We are live. We are direct. She leads, she sells with Tracy Worthington, who is a transformational coach helping women to step into the next chapter in life with confidence, conviction, and certainty. She helps people maybe pivoting into a new career or maybe moving into a new business, or someone whose children have up and left and they need to reinvent. Tracy is someone who cares deeply and who's created her very own community of empowered women to really elevate, grow, and most importantly, stay aligned in the noisy AI automation world. Welcome, she leads, she sells, Tracy Worthington. Welcome, Tracy.
Good morning, Jay. Thank you
Good
so much.
morning. How are you? How are you? Like I said, I have to compliment those glasses again. They're magnificent.
Thank you. Yeah, I like to have fun glasses. You know, if you got to wear them, you got to be fun.
100%.
They got to reach your personality.
Yes. Yeah, that's what we need, more authenticity in a world full of AI pictures, right? AI pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me, who do you serve? Describe the best type of person that you serve, whether that be like a woman who's 50, divorced, like, you lay it out for me. What's the best type of person you serve?
Yes. So I really serve mostly women that are 40 plus. Maybe they're making some transitions in their life. Their kids have gone off to university and they're no longer a mom. I mean, they're still a mom, obviously, but they're not doing the day-to-day tasks. And maybe they're going through a divorce. Maybe they want a career change. They're just not quite sure how to transition, how to transform. A lot of it, for me, I am a big believer in mindset. So it's all about your mindset. And that's really what I help them focus on and help them and really pull out things that they're passionate about, things that they want to do in their life, and help them make that transition and transformation so that they can move into that new career or figure out, do something for themselves. They've been doing for their children since they were born, and now they can do something for themselves. So I really help them to figure out what that is, help them with their mindset, and help them make those transformations.
Amazing. Thanks for sharing that. I know for myself, I used a tool called the Ikigai to help me transition from teaching to coaching. What you love, what you're good at, what you could be paid for, what the world needs. What sort of tools are you using to help, guide your women to their next chapter?
I just use the tools of my life, things that I've gone through. And, I have worksheets for them. I have homework, things that they need to do to, step by step to get them to that next transition. But I base my coaching off of how I have transformed my life and how the changes that I've had to make in my life. And so I just use life tools. That's what I use. I believe in keeping everything with, what do I want to say? Like from experience, from life experience. I think that's how we learn, is through other people and their life experience. And, that's how I guide and coach women.
Thank you for sharing. Visibility is queen. Like, closed mouths do not get fed in a market that has a lot of, some people don't like the word competition, but alternatives, because they clearly are like either they're going to sign with you or those dollars are going to go elsewhere.
Right.
So how are you getting visible in this type of marketplace?
I guess I do a weekly live. I just did right before we got onto this call. I do every Monday morning. I do an Empowered Beginnings, 4 or 5 minutes on Facebook Live, and I give my viewers action steps that they can take for that week to keep moving themselves forward. And so, that gets a lot of visibility, and social media, word of mouth. It's really, podcasts, being a guest on podcasts like yours.
Yeah, and I also see that you do some workshops as well, correct? Like, you're clearly a talented speaker. You do some workshops.
That's correct. Yes. And I'm creating some courses that women can take, in their own time, whenever they have the time to do it. It's self-paced. So I'm working on that as well.
Amazing. the taboo word. Let's get out of the way, sales. It's taboo, right? But let me know in terms of what sales means to you and how are you able to help people to sell?
How am I able to help people to sell?
Sorry. So how are you able to sell? Sorry. Yeah. How do you sell? Yeah.
I don't sell. I share the information that I have. I share what I do. If they feel called and they feel like it's in alignment with them and their needs, that's how I get clients. I don't believe in selling and pushing and convincing. I share what I have. I share how I coach with them. And I do it based on what they need. I don't do cookie cutter coaching. It's all individual coaching. So if it feels in alignment with them, then they sign with me. And if it doesn't, I'm okay with that too. Because if it's not in alignment with them, it's not going to be in alignment for me as well. And so that means we're just not a good match. So I just don't believe in selling. I just believe in sharing.
No, it makes sense. I mean, I take it back to when I was teaching in high school. And so ultimately, there's a subject that they don't like, economics, right? And so I had to find a way for them to consume it, for them to, so I played games, last person standing, related it to the different festivals. Why does Taylor Swift concerts cost thousands for the highest seats? And so it's finding a way of serving. Yeah, I agree with you that sales equals service. And over the while, sales has got a bad rep in terms of the word, but selling, if it's something good, we all get sold something in the end, right? We get sold that it's not possible, it's possible, or so it's just in terms of the intention. But yeah, I definitely agree selling is serving. I like that.
Yes. Thank you.
6, what's the big goal? What's the big plan for you in 2026?
I'm going to be launching some courses, and I've got my 6-step program that I'm going to also be turning into. That's how I coach, is through a 6-step process, and it's a 6-month coaching program. So we break it down into each step is each month, but I'm also going to do a version of it as a course. So that's going to be my big launch this year. We're working on that, refining it. So that's my big launch for the year. I'm excited
Okay.
about it.
What gets in your way? I know sometimes with myself it's the fear of success, the fear of, hey, look, what if this grows to such a level? Am I going to be able to hold on to this? Will this be able to be held on to? So for you, what's the block for you, or what might get you down, if anything?
I get in my head a lot, and I tend to be an overthinker. It's something I work on a daily basis. So I think for me, it's really I get in my own way a lot of the times.
We all do. We
Yeah,
all do. That's the human side of us, right? We all do.
yeah. I am probably my biggest roadblock because I get in my head and I get in my own way.
And in terms of that, is it, hey, there's an opportunity, you might think, do I do it? Do I not? Or how does that show up?
I mean, I love when opportunities present themselves, and I usually will jump on them. But, sometimes I can get in my own way about it. But I do love new opportunities, and I love to grow. I love to, stretch myself. So I love new opportunities, and I
Thank
try
you
and
for
show up
sharing.
for them.
Thank you for sharing. If I just go behind on this, this is what I've been digging into recently, this book in terms of going for no. I mean, sometimes we try to ensure we get a yes. We price so there is a yes, or we don't make offers because it could be a no. But it's like when I said, hey, look, it could be no here, and we're going to be okay with no,
Yes.
go for no,
Yes.
it reframes. So that's what I'm reading right now. That's giving me the insights. How about yourself?
What am I reading right now?
Yeah, what are you reading, and give us a golden nugget. Give us an insight from it.
Well, I just started a book from Kern Lima, who I love and adore. She started a company called It Cosmetics
Okay.
and sold it for a lot of money to, I believe it was L'Oreal. So I'm reading her new book called Worthy, and I've just started it. So I don't have a bunch of nuggets in there, but it's about obviously how we can feel more worthy in our lives, worthy of our success, worthy of our happiness, worthy of love. And so
What's her
that's
name? Her name is what?
Jamie Kern Lima. And I actually,
Oh, Jamie Kern. Okay, yes.
her book's actually on my shelf behind me as well.
Oh, okay, okay, lovely. No, it's so good to be able to learn, get people's perspectives and to really grow. So that's definitely a blessing. In terms of leadership, what does that look like for you? For me, leadership looks like self-leadership.
Mhm.
Is the genesis of leadership. It's being able to have that vision, have that awareness, lead from the front, not let the voice take you off your goal, avoiding the shiny objects, staying true to the vision, building people around it. How about for you? What does leadership mean?
You know what? I would agree with that 100%. I mean, for me, I lead with my life. So I try and make sure that, I am living an authentic life. And I think when we are authentic, other people feel that, they see that. And to me, that's how I like to lead is by being authentic with myself first, because then I can be authentic with everybody else.
Wow, powerful. Gotta be authentic so you can be authentic with other people. And I often say that your niche is you. You are your niche. You're serving people like yourself. Often people say, hey, should I do this and should I do that? Look within. What are your values? What do you stand for? What lights you up? Because what lights you up is going to be different to what lights other people up.
Correct. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love serving women. I love, as women, we tend to give so much to other people and we don't give to ourselves. We don't do for ourselves. And I really want to empower women to start doing for themselves. Put yourself first. It's okay. It's not selfish. It's okay. If you're not, it's sort of that analogy when you're flying and the oxygen mask comes down. You don't put the oxygen mask on your child first, you get it on you first so that you can then help them. And that's really that's how I like to do it. I like to just be and show people who I am and help them so that they can help themselves.
Thank you for sharing. Tell me, how would you like to be remembered?
Being kind is something that I really strive for. I want people to, when we've met or whatever, I want them to say she was very kind. And so that's important to me is to, try and be kind to others. You never know what people are going through, what struggles they're having, and kindness is free. It doesn't cost anything. It's not hard to be kind. And so I would like for people to say that I, was authentic and that I was kind and that I lived my life to the fullest.
Thank you for sharing. Let them know, how can they get in contact with you? Who specifically are you looking for to connect with and to serve?
I mean, I'm really looking to serve those women who really feel like they're lost in their life. They don't know what's next for them and they just need some guidance. Maybe they need some help with believing that it's possible for them, believing that they deserve it, believing that they are worthy of it. Those are the women that I'm looking for. And they can find me on social media at Worthy Coaching. And it's Soulutions because I coach from the soul. So it's Soulutions. So I'm on social media, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, which I believe is where you and I connected on LinkedIn.
Hmm.
My website, which is worthycoachingsolutions.com.
Amazing. Thank you very much for sharing your insights. And I love the growth. I love what you stand for and um, your heart to connect and your heart to collaborate, I think is prodigious. Thank you. And
Yeah.
yeah, more growth in 2026 to you, Tracy.
Thank you. You as well.
She leads, she sells. Tracy Worthington in the building. God bless the United States of America.
Thank you.